probably the juiciest question. Are you natural? Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. And if you guys are new here, my name's Mercedes. I make lifestyle, fitness and health videos, and I'm currently 4 weeks out from my second WBFF show. Today's video I'm doing a Q&A. So I posted a Q&A thing on my Instagram story and also an anonymous one. So we got some juicy questions to answer, and I thought I'll just film a YouTube video because it's so much easier. Instagram stories don't stay up for longer than 24 hours, so it'll be easier for someone to come back and listen to their answer. Let's get straight into it. I haven't checked the questions for a while. The first question is how to find motivation if you've lost it. Now, you can't rely on motivation at all. You have to rely on how dedicated you are to the journey. This is what I tell all my clients. They say, oh, how do you always have motivation? It's like, I don't. Currently in comp prep, I don't have a lot of motivation because I just don't have the energy to do anything. So I have to rely on how dedicated I am to the journey and how dedicated and how badly I want that end goal. So you really have to dig deep, write in your notes, write your reason why you're doing it. Don't say, because I just want a good body. Like, really dig deep, because you're not going to stick to it if you because you just want a good body and like you just want to look good on Instagram. Next question is, how tall are you? I'm 164 centimeters. I don't know what that is in feet. I'm not tall at all. I'm quite short. Next question is, do you ever have a day off like with comp prep training? No, unfortunately there is no days off in comp prep, but that's what you sign up for. Whole 20-week comp prep. Not even in just like your 20-week comp prep, like out of your bulk too, there is no days off. Yeah, you can still go out and have fun and like have a little bit more freedom in your bulk, but when you're in those 20 weeks, there is no days off, there is no cheat meals, there is nothing like that. Unless, I say, don't do comp unless you want to do well. Like, you can't just give away 20 weeks of your life and not put your all into it, if that makes sense. It'll just be a waste of time. Next question is, how are you? How is moving and balancing comp prep? So I wasn't actually in comp prep when I moved. I moved in October last year, so I was in my deep bulk. So that was all fine. I didn't start comp prep till December, but I'm good. Comp prep's hard. It is mentally challenging at the moment. These weeks coming closer to the date of comp prep does get a lot harder and challenging because you are on low calories, but your cardio is higher than ever and you have to push through your workouts no matter if you're tired or have energy. But I'm in a good headspace at the moment. A couple of weeks ago I definitely wasn't. It was hard, but I pushed through. I'm doing good. Doing well, as good as you can get in comp prep. Next question is, any advice with people who want to compete? I say, for the WBFF, save money, have a good off season. So don't come into comp prep lean already and no muscle mass. Build a good off season physique, and then go into comp prep. Find a really good comp prep coach that specifies in the federation and the category that you want to go in. Those will be my top tips. Tips for pre and post workout meals and timing. This is what I do. I have fast acting carbs before my workout, 20 minutes before. So like you can get LCM bars, bagels with honey, peanut butter, banana, or like rice cakes, Nutella, crumpets, just high carb foods, and then having protein shakes straight after your workout or just a high protein meal. Those are my tips for pre and post workouts. Someone asked how me and Lucas met. So my friend, she was seeing this guy in Queensland. She went on a holiday, met this guy, and then started dating him pretty much. And then Lucas was his housemate. And then Lucas messaged me on Instagram, and yeah, we we're talking for like 2 weeks, I think, and he's like, you should come up to Queensland and meet me. I was like, okay. Fine. Don't tempt me with a good time. So I flew up to Gold Coast and fell in love with him in like literally 2 seconds. Like, love at first sight. I know that sounds so cheesy and corny, but it actually happened, and we just clicked. There was like no awkward stages, no awkward times. I was there for 2 days, and then he came down to Melbourne the next weekend and met my family, and then pretty much, oh, I think it was like a month after we met each other, he asked me out, and it's just like, it seems really fast from the outside, but it just felt right. It was the best thing to happen to me. Next question is, how did you get into competing? So my dad was a bodybuilder and my mum was a bikini model, so I've always grown up in a family where it was brought up in. So I was always a very active child, did swimming, cheerleading, gymnastics. I was into gym at a young age, probably 14, but before that I was like eating so healthy, watching YouTube videos on exercises, doing like 20-minute exercises every single day, watching what I ate, became really skinny, and I was obsessed with that look. It's so bad. Then I signed up to the gym when I was 14, but you weren't allowed to lift weights at this gym when you're 14, so I was just doing cardio and like the rowing machine. So pointless, but I still went every single day. And then my 16th birthday, I signed up to an Anytime Fitness and started lifting weights. I didn't get a coach until I was 17, which changed my life and changed the way I viewed food. So I used to fear food. I used to eat no food at all, like really low calories, and I wasn't seeing much results. So I was like, oh, like I really want to get into competing. Lauren Simpson and Rachel Dillon were my idols. I would always stalk them on Instagram, go to the Arnold Classic and see all these bodybuilders. I went to the Arnold Classic when I was 15. My dad was into that stuff, so I obviously tagged along with him, with my sister as well. So I grew up watching it. And yeah, meeting Lauren Simpson when I was like 15, and like she was a bodybuilder, so I was like, this is what I want to do when I'm older. No one believed me, but here I am, my second competition, which is insane. Like, thinking about how, like, back then how I wanted to do it and now I'm actually doing it is amazing. But yeah, that's how I kind of got into bodybuilding or into competing. A really good question is, how do you get the confidence to take photos in public gym? It took a long time to build the confidence to do that. I still do get nervous taking photos or filming myself in the gym. It's just normal, but you have to have the mindset of, if someone's judging you, you don't know who they are, you don't know what they're thinking, they're looking at you, who cares? What are they going to do? They're going to do nothing, just have an opinion to themselves. Everyone's going to have an opinion to themselves. So you might as well do something that you want to do. You'll get judged anyways. So choose what you love to do and just ignore it. I know it's hard to ignore it in that moment. Go to the gym. You want to take a photo, take the fucking photo. If you feel confident, just do it. Block out everyone. Pretend they're not there. Everyone takes photos of themselves in the gym. Why can't you? Everyone films themselves in the gym, either for their coach, for their Instagram, for themselves. Like, why can't you? Just do it. You only live once. I live by, you only live once. I know that sounds so cheesy and so like YOLO, but seriously, do what you love. Another question is, how do you find comp prep? Is it anything like you thought it would be before starting it? So in my first comp prep, no one, like, I don't think I've ever heard someone talk about how hard, how mentally challenging it is, how physically challenging it is. I definitely got a shock. I was like, holy shit, like, am I meant to be feeling this way? Emotional for no reason, crying for no reason, fatigued, tired, body is so sore. I definitely got the biggest shock of my life, and so the answer is no. All you see is just the glitz and glam on stage. Before I started comp prep, I never saw it, so it was definitely a shock. Someone said, to get the results you're at right now, would that take years for someone else to accomplish? I've been training since I was 14, so I am 21 now. I've been training for 7 years. So for someone to start from the bottom, never trained before, and wanting to get my physique, it's going to take a freaking long time. It's not going to take a year. It's honestly going to take probably 7 years. How I got here. A lot of building, a lot of shredding, building. You have to go into a building phase to be able to achieve this physique. And it's definitely not easy, mentally or physically. So yeah, it will take a long time. So you can never compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 100. It's just life. And everyone does that. They see Instagram models, they're like, fuck, oh, she looks insane. But you don't see what that person puts into their workouts, puts into their nutrition. They just see their body and be like, I want that. And then they follow their plan for 2 weeks and they're like, fuck, why does my body not look like hers? Doesn't take 2 weeks, doesn't take a day, it takes years. Ooh, let's go to the anonymous question. Someone asks, what is my biggest regret? Honestly, I don't really have regrets, because everything that's happened in my lifetime has led me to here, and I am so happy right now and content with life. So I don't really have any regrets. Yeah. Are you close with your parents? I am super close to my parents. I love my parents so much, and it was so hard for me to move because I am so close with my family. But moving was definitely the best decision I've ever made. Work-wise, lifestyle-wise. Lifestyle-wise. Why does that sound weird? But yeah, I'm super close to my parents. I love my parents so much and so grateful for them, and I do miss them so much. Is getting a coach worth it? 100,000,010%. It is so worth it. They give you a guide on how to get to your goal. They give you a map to follow, and give you the knowledge that you don't have. So if you're thinking about getting a coach, I 100% say yes, invest into a coach. Just bite the bullet and do it. If you're doing it yourself and you don't know the knowledge, it's going to take a lot longer to get to your goal, whereas a coach will tell you everything and it will cut down the time to get there. Coaching applications is in the link below if you want to be coached by me. Someone asks, what's the most expensive thing you own? Probably my car and then my dog. I think so. This is probably the juiciest question out of all. Are you natural? Are you on roids? I am not on roids, guys. I am fully natural. I don't think I could ever bring myself to do roids. I don't care if you guys do it. Like, I don't care if anyone else around me does it. It's just my preference. I don't want to go down that road. It doesn't interest me at all. Someone asked, do you ever work abs? Or because you engage abs in pretty much every exercise, you don't work them? I do abs 3 times a week. I do them on my lower body days. And yes, because you do engage your abs in every exercise, I still do them. Someone asks, tips for training on your period. I deload week. And listen to your body, give yourself a bit more extra calories because you do need it on your period. So yeah, deload week, lifting lighter weights, listen to your body. If your body is sore, rest days, hydrate yourself, a little bit more soul foods. Just listen to your body. Don't force yourself to do something if you're not up for it. It's a really hard week, like mentally and physically. Just listen to your body. Next question is, how many kids do you want to have? I want to have 3 or 2. 2 or 3 would be my sweet spot, but not anytime soon, because Having a dog is like a cat. I mean, having a dog is like having a kid, and it's turned me off having kids for now. I'm not clucky in any sort of way. So kids can wait until I'm 30. Next question is, are you traveling anywhere soon? I am. I'm going to Bali in May. I am taking Lucas on a Bali trip, and I'm surprising him with where we're going. I've done like a whole itinerary, so it's going to be such a good vlog. He doesn't know anything that is booked. He just knows the dates that we're going to Bali. He doesn't know what areas we're going to, so it's going to be so fun. I'm really excited to film this. It was going to be a full-on surprise. I was just going to tell him we're going on a holiday from these dates, but he kept saying like, oh, let's book Bali trip, let's book Bali trip, and I kind of splurted. I was like, oh my god, I booked Bali already, and in the car, and I was like, stupid Merc. I should have just kept it a surprise still, but I can never lie to Lucas. Next question, would you be open to sharing more of your experiences with binging during your first comp prep? Yeah, for sure. Depends on like, what do you want to know? I'll tell you everything. Pretty much it would have been from 8 weeks out that I started binge eating, so I'd never opened up to it to anyone, not even my coach. I was just so embarrassed, and like, I didn't think anyone did this, so I was just like, I don't want to tell anyone because I'm gonna get judged. I didn't tell anyone at all. But yeah, on my refeed days, where you just meant to have just higher carbs, I would get like takeaway. I would eat like boxes of cookies and Easter eggs and like mum's cooking, and whatever mum and dad were making for dinner, I would eat it. So I definitely wasn't 100% compliant, and probably why I didn't look the best. Still looked good for what I went through. Could have been better, could have got a better result, but you live and you learn, and you have to go through these experiences to be able to learn from it. But yeah, I would on my lunch breaks I would probably go to Macca's and eat in my car, and then when no one was looking, I was just shoving heaps of food into my mouth and just hiding it from everyone. Like, if someone's gone to the toilet, I'll quickly eat food. And you just can't stop when you just have one bite. You're like, oh yeah, I'll just have one bite, and then it just ends in 2,000 calories later. It was really hard. Like, I never spoke to anyone about it. I've definitely come a long way since then. I haven't experienced binge eating this comp prep, and I think it's because I'm more educated around nutrition as well, and what's good for your body. And I definitely didn't really know much about nutrition back in my last comp prep. I kind of was just winging everything, and so like becoming a coach has made me so much more educated, which I'm so grateful for. So yeah, if you want to know anything else, just like message me. Let's answer this last question. This one's a really good question. Do you think that moving from the peninsula has given you more opportunities? Definitely, 100%. More opportunities for work, like Instagram, meeting new people, having like EHP opportunities up here come up, which has been so good. The lifestyle up here is just so much more perfect fitted for what I wanted to do, like Instagram, YouTube, online coaching, and the gym. Yeah, I've had a lot more opportunities come up since moving here, so I've been so grateful for, and I'm so lucky to be able to say like, this is my job, I love it so much. I'm so grateful that I did it, and definitely was hard at the start. I felt a bit lost. I didn't have any friends up here, so I've made so many amazing friends that I'm just so grateful for. The answer is yes, I've had so much more opportunities come up since moving here. That is going to be my video for this week. Currently 4 weeks out from comp, so feeling great, motivated, tunnel vision, and I'm so excited to get to the stage. We have 3 more videos until it's comp day. Wow. wow, that's really sunk in. So I'll see you in my next video, guys. Let me know what other videos you want to see from now on. And I can't wait till after comp because I have a whole list on my phone full of video ideas, fun food, adventure, travel vlog videos that are going to be coming up, and I'm going to stay consistent with my YouTube. I love filming YouTube videos. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.